Hello darlings, good morning. We are at War 3 against XK9 and Cassie returns for some doing her thingness. We finally get rid of Mr. F on the team. Wags comes back for a bit of pre-fire duty, and after a long time of not using him, get to bring Sandman along for a bit of fun as well. Apologies in advance. I know most of you can't be bothered to watch past probably this point, but yeah, Cassie just does not make for quick wars, and everything is. This might be the longest video I've made. Yeah, this is a slightly sloppier war from myself. We're going path 3 today into path 6, and then I've got Ebony Moore on node 45, Sassy on 47, and I've been entrusted with a Wong boss, which we are going to gobble up for breakfast. And I say breakfast because it's morning time, and by the time I took Wong, I had not long woken up. Anyway, thing here on node 3, we're taking with Sandman. This is a long but very, very safe fight. I probably didn't even need to waste an advanced power boost, but luckily the fight was just quick enough, spoiler alert, that it carried over for the Mojo fight afterwards, which I did want it for. Aim of the game here, obviously play his rock stacks, don't get beaten up. I wanted to go for special 2s to keep the decelerate on, which means I can ignore his rock stacks after I'm just going to let him throw this special to get rid of his power and reset them. Yeah, decelerate in this sense is no difference to slow. And yeah, I can just hit him lots. Protection gets in the way here and there, which is annoying but fine. Yeah, there's nothing really to this. It's just the diversity placement. Doesn't do anything for thing whatsoever. And yeah, this is it really. I can't be bothered to speed it up. I'm sorry, maybe I should do. Might keep more people interested. Yeah. To be fair, watching this back as I record now, this is actually going quicker than it felt that it was when I did the fight, first of all. Even though I can essentially ignore his rock stacks whilst decelerate is on, I'm still trying to play them so that he dumps them when he throws specials, i.e. at 15, because they do still add to his protection and whatever else. So the quicker I can still get rid of them, the quicker this fight's going to go. Already over 80 hits, and whilst he's nearly dead, this is a rank 3 to be fair, he's not the highest sig. But yeah, no, unless I'm using crossbones or falcon, no thing fight is ever really that quick. That was a nice big burst there to finish him off. And he is done. And the power start 1 boost is just about still intact, that we can move on to Mojo, which is another diversity placement for Cassie to once again do her thing. This time I'm not going to have placebos continually failing on me to give me poisons, which is completely fine, don't really need them. I had a couple of input errors here, first of which being that I had a dropped one, which caused me to throw my special 1 into block and get heavily punished, which made me sad, but that's fine. We managed to recover, punish with a heavy, and throw another special 1 to apply the taunt. I'm just now a bit bruised. The good thing about having lots of fuel for when Mojo throws his special 1 is it has 96 million hits, and missing as many of them as possible means a huge stack of stings. So that's nice. I didn't want to hit into his block there to prompt him because he would probably gained power, even though heal block was on. Yeah, I got very lucky there that stand your ground didn't punish me, and we can finish him off and give Cassie a couple of healing potions, and then we move on to Dani on node, I can't remember what, the first part of Path 6 Section 2, where once again I have another dropped input, which was starting to make me concerned. Like, the game has been really terrible lately in terms of disconnects and whatever else, so I was a little bit wary by this point. Yeah, but again, we've got the power start 1 active. I did not mean to throw heavy there. That's not even a skill issue. Like, everything it just stuck. Don't know what that was, and again I got punished. Yeah. This fight's fresh in my mind from when I took her very, very cleanly in War 1. That was not so good. This, yeah, I messed up the spacing on most of her special ones this time round, which again made me sad. And yeah, I got lucky in that she does obviously dex back from her special 1 recovery, and I did get lucky to connect there rather than her punish me or whatever. So I am keeping stings up. Yeah, I'm not playing it well, but I'm getting very lucky in that I'm not getting punished. So yeah. Decided to not go for full SB2 decks. I do know how to do it, I promise, but I don't want to mess it up and get killed. So yeah, we're muddling through this. I'm in no way going to say this is a really solid Cassie attempt, because by my standards that I seem to have set myself so far this season, it's been pretty poor. But she's going to die now, and yeah, not before I thought I was about to disconnect. I lost signal. You can see me tapping frantically here. Carried on recording because I was convinced I was going to get a disconnect and give a death, and obviously wanted the proof to show that it wasn't completely me playing like shit. But we get there in the end. We can heal up once more and move to Adam for node 33, which again I've done on a different node in War 1, and fresh in my mind of how I actually messed it up, so we're going to be a little bit more careful here. Got the power start 1 active again. This was quite an expensive war for me in terms of grey boosts. In War 1, when I took Adam, I was a little bit too premature, giggity, on releasing my heavy, and I was getting punished, so I just delayed it split second longer this time so that I can connect. And in stark contrast to my first 2 Cassie fights this war, this so far is spotless. As I say that, getting punched in the face. Yeah, no biggie. Max inequity for the win, and he doesn't really do too much to me. This special I won't punish because his pod will kick in afterwards. And this will kill him. So now we can move on for Ebony Moore. I was gonna, in relation to the thumbnail I've got for this video and the fact that we've said we're having Wong for breakfast, I was gonna make a joke regarding tomatoes. Get it? Okay, but we're not gonna do that because I'm better than that. This is a really slow fight. Part of me considered using Cassie, but I haven't done the interaction. Moore can be a prick at the best of times, so I wanted to just keep it safe. I've taken off Resonate, so I didn't start applying debuffs before I got to my special 1. I'm just going to block this first special 2. I don't have to care so much about Falter against Moore because of, even though I am Faltered there and degenerate a little bit, whilst Hill Block is on, I can't miss. So the plan is just to spam special 1s. The good thing about how Sandman applies the debuffs is they apply per hit. So it means that with Conflictor, they can't all be shrugged, and just the first hit will be shrugged, and the rest will apply. Heal Block is going to stay up most of the time, and we can have a lovely time. I do quite enjoy using Sandman. He's quite underrated. He's definitely not top tier of the ridiculous science class, but he's pretty good. He's solid, he's safe, his immunities are great. He's been really good for this season. And so far, we is cooking. I'm also not worried about, I know that I'm obviously, as you can see, taking damage, and I will take a little bit more, hit more, but this is my last fight with Sandman anyway, so I don't really mind. I'm not worried about damage. Very, very safe. But again, slow, which is just lucky we're not sort of facing TCN or another famously quick alliance, really. You think this fight's long though, wait till my Wong boss. Should have just hit him normally, but luckily the second part of the heavy connected and he is down finally. And now we can move on to Sasquatch on 47, back with Cassie again. I haven't done this for a couple of wars, so I did it once in pre-season with 35% health and got the solo, no boosts or anything. So I did feel this should be a scary fight, but it's one I feel pretty good on. We're going with, there's a few different ways to go about this fight. I've done it a couple of different ways. Today we're going with an advanced power boost again. And the reason for that is I'm going to just push into the corner. By the time it expires, I'm going to get some heavies on, fall to him. By the time vigilance expires, sorry. Get him to the corner, fall to him, and get plenty of stings up, and then apply my taunt with special one, and hopefully I can keep a high number of stings throughout the entire fight. So 12 before taunt is on isn't bad at all. Now we can add a few more with some special one spams from him. Yeah, so used up my fuel really well here and managed to get 24 stings on him, which just means now that he's in Wrath, the 23 now are going to just keep refreshing and chunk him down pretty quickly. Again, I'm faltered, but with heal block on, I'm gonna miss. I'm also not worried about the fact that if he pushes to 3 bars, which he normally does in this fight, because of inequity and weakness. Actually, I forgot to put Resonate back on for this fight, but don't tell Liza. Yeah, because of max inequity, plus the special 33% boost, it's not going to hurt me that much. I'm really not worried about any aspect of this fight. Another spoiler, this is the first time I've taken it and he doesn't actually get to 3 bars, which is nice. I do mess up there and do eat a special 2, which doesn't hurt. So yeah, I'm very pleased with how this is going. A minor dent in what otherwise feels like a really, really perfect fight. Annoyingly, he waited for most of the stings to fall off there, so he doesn't die from that one. But now he's down. Very, very easy. And now, the final chapter. We wake up the following morning. Breakfast time. And Cassie's ready to gobble up another big Wong. So, it's a standard fight. At this point, XK9 had already massively thrown against us, and I was almost tempted to just sort of save some boosts, but didn't want to be complacent, didn't want to look really stupid and make a mistake and die with little boosts, so we still went for it. The usual play, Fucking bastard hits straight into my block and costs me my 4 yellow bar, 0 damage taken. So I've already failed, but that's fine. Let's not be silly. Usual play: get a few heavies on, bait him out, get the stings going, and hope he throws a special one here. As 12 stings as against Sassy is a nice start. He does throw a special one, and then I can't remember exactly what happens. Oh yeah, he doesn't throw. He waits for the 17 stings to fall off, and then carries on waiting for the 7 to fall off. We managed to maintain 3, which is as good as nothing, but that's fine. It just slows us right down, makes this fight even longer than it already needs to be. At least we're not playing for time. As I said at the very start, Cassie doesn't make for quick calls anyway, but she can still do certain things a little bit quicker at times. Yeah, anyway, we're not that we ever really lost control, but we're back in control now of the rhythm, keeping our stings up, and we're just going to get back to applying as many as we can. Playing the way I do definitely does take a bit of faith in the AI, which is absurd in this day and age because the way the AI is in this game is a joke, but her taunt really is so effective. It does make it pretty trustworthy most of the time. As we all see, I do come a copper here and there. Like here, I suppose the hit into my block at the start is irrelevant because that was another block anyway. Is at 100 Eldritch, so I just have to make sure it's heavy, which it is. Yeah, we're doing well. And that is done. Another war under my belt. Clean so far. Nice to have a slightly bigger one and a boss to my name now. Yeah, we did better today. Not all over yet though. Thank you for watching. See you after the break. Bye!